Hey Leo, this is your love and relationship reading. The middle card showing up, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, is showing me that you are going against the grain and living up in your relationships in a way that society doesn't usually expect. It's almost like you don't care what people think anymore, and you're just going to have the relationship be on your terms or what makes you feel good. The King of Swords showing up in the past position in reverse. Someone is showing up in this energy and it's not good. This is almost somebody being malicious in the relationship intentionally, controlling, manipulating, even like embarrassing the other person on purpose. I don't know if that's you yet, Leo, or the person you're dealing with, but it seems like there's been several attempts to talk about things, and it seems like even for the final time right now, you guys are discussing something important. The Page of Swords is reminding you of a conversation that's happened, and you can't really get away from this conversation. You feel quite stuck and limited by what's just been said, what's just been disclosed between you two. Maybe your person is coming through as the Ten of Swords here. There is some more definite ending around a relationship now, or around something that was getting going. There is an unwillingness to change and let go of something. The Death card in reverse is showing up. So there's a hesitancy around making way for the new by letting go of the old and the stale at this point. It's almost like an inertia sweeping the reading. It's like you've been so focused on not going with what's expected of you, conventional or just traditional. You have perhaps started to see the person in this relationship or yourself, Leo, becoming even self-righteous and not really connected to the person emotionally anymore. You are focused on working on both yourself and this relationship, or something to do with working this out if you have like kids or something like that. But mainly I see it working on yourself. The Star card is also here at the bottom of the deck, showing whatever's happening at the moment has been an opportunity for healing yourself. Let's pull some more cards and start clearing up what these messages are that are coming through for you, okay? You are still hoping for another chance at communicating something to this person, or like being able to say something to them or give them like even like a devastating comeback or something like that. But there is still a conversation that is ongoing, something that's still up for debate, something that you are going to start talking to this person about. Let's see what's coming through then, Leo. If this reading resonates with you, I've got an extended reading linked in the description box below that's going to be looking at the situation, but from the perspective of the person that you're dealing with. So let's see, there's a real going against the grain, going against the norm we have here with the Hierophant and the Page of Pentacles, both in reverse. Doing something differently in terms of your relationships, not doing what's expected of you. Let's see though, there's been a conversation recently that hasn't really gotten the message across, or there's been some miscommunication and mixed messages and a lack of understanding between you in the most recent conversation. The Knight of Pentacles. If you're dealing with an earth sign, the progress has been pretty slow to get on the same page, to be understanding each other, to even begin to see where you guys could work things out or where you go from here. That's if you're dealing with a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Libra, or a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. I'm sorry, Leo. With the Knight of Pentacles, however, it also could just be this real slow down around the desire to communicate, the desire to talk to this person. It does seem like you have a lack of interest, or it's hard even to muster up the energy to even care about what they're going through or what they're dealing with, especially if it's just them kind of complaining about these situation in your relationship or what you've been dealing with. If you're dealing with a Taurus, Leo, this person is completely taking you off guard, by surprise. They are acting unusual, to say the least. If you're dealing with a Scorpio or an Aquarius, the situation stands in the same way. Aquarius is coming up reverse, Scorpio and Taurus. Dealing with these people is downright confusing. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, Leo, I am sensing that it's hard for you to keep sympathizing with them if they're just on a trajectory of self-destruction. It's also hard for you to keep, defending an addiction maybe they're working with, but you are kind of being asked to beware of enabling behaviors in this relationship right now. The Devil card and the Four of Cups could be enabling each other's less than positive habits, patterns, or behaviors and things like that. Let's look at the Devil card. What's got you stuck in this relationship at the moment, Leo? The World card. The history, the time spent together. Of course there have been highs, of course there has been positive situations in this relationship. The Ace of Pentacles, this person you're dealing with seems to already even be offering you more. We can do this, more promises, more perhaps they're offering you some golden opportunity for happiness, and that's what it sounds like from them. The World card is like a sense of duty, though, and a sense of responsibility. If you're dealing with somebody who has addiction issues, you may feel this sense of restriction coming from your obligation towards them. They could be dealing with other issues, physical health issues, mental health issues, but they require a lot of your focus and your energy at this time. The World card and the Devil card shows me that there is a significant amount of heaviness and obligation and duty around this relationship for whatever reason at this time. But you're focused on working on yourself. Meanwhile, the person you're dealing with is showing up in Ten of Swords energy as if all is lost and as if they, are really moving through something more painful at the moment. What way are you working on yourself, and perhaps even in a relationship still with somebody? How are you showing up? As yourself, Leo, the fixed fire energy, King of Wands. You're being true to yourself at this moment, and you are honoring what you need in the relationship. Sure, this person has shown that they are going the distance, or not even going the distance. Let me say they've shown that they're with you, committed. They have shown signs of commitment. It's not like this person is a commitment phobe or anything like that. In fact, I feel like if anything, they're very strong, very full on in terms of needing you. There's almost more of a dependency on you, Leo, than any kind of avoiding energies or that you can never get a hold of them. The King of Rods, aka Fixed Fire, aka Leo, is coming through saying keep working on yourself. You're headed in the right direction, and if this is as a single person just coming out of an unhealthy situation with somebody, keep going in this direction and working on yourself. If you're finding your way through this relationship and working through the miscommunications, working through any issues with each other, then it's kind of saying that you're on the right track with how you're moving with this. The Page of Swords, but there's another conversation or communication that still bothers you, something that was said or even left unsaid, something that was omitted, or something that is left to talk about still. These two pages are a conversation that hasn't fully been complete yet. The Six of Cups, I get the sense that this was a situation that happened a while ago, longer time in the past. Something could have come up around their feelings for another person. It could have even been a friend or something like that was linked in the group or the people that you knew. The Six of Cups is also saying that there was some kind of a conversation coming up around the security of this relationship. Things were changing, and for a while it was almost as if this wasn't really going to be going anywhere, and a conversation hasn't really left your mind about something that was said that would make you think that there isn't much of a future for you guys. Even if they've said, I didn't mean that, it lingers on your mind. The King of Swords, I don't love to see this energy coming through recently. Luckily, this isn't really so focal anymore, but it really left a sting here. Some kind of behavior that was pretty malicious and somebody acting with less than positive intentions with the other person. This could have been an Aquarius you've been dealing with, King of Swords in reverse. It even could be you, Leo, that's coming through with this energy. Why don't we look and clear it up? The Six of Wands, it could have been you. This is a Leo energy, the Six of Wands. So it could really have been that you were just putting yourself first. You cared only about your own feelings in this relationship. You cared only about the opinions of yourself, your own desires, goals, dreams, motivations, and rather than working as a team, it seems like you were striking out on your own a lot and making the person that you were dealing with feel insecure. It seems that this person thought they were going to lose you, and in fact in a way thinks they have lost a part of you. It seems like you've had a certain conversation for the last time, even. Maybe because you're done still having this same conversation, or maybe because you guys have gone your separate ways on some level and you won't need to speak about that anymore. But you're stepping into the Hierophant in reverse energy, kind of figuring that you have been self-righteous in a sense, and you disregarded the fact that somebody else may feel a certain way. The Ace of Cups, is it that you are ready to ask for forgiveness from somebody, for them to see you as a person that values what they think, how they feel, how they are, just how they feel? Are they happy? Maybe that's coming up for you soon. There may be a radical and new way of approaching love and affection and physical touch even. The Ace of Cups and the Hierophant are very much about a warm embrace or a physical affection. It might be a new way of doing that when the Hierophant reverses. The Four of Cups, but you have to be honest with yourself, Leo, about actually what you want, and do you care? Is this what you want? Are you happy? Are you motivated? You have to ask yourself some of these questions, the Four of Cups is saying. It is also saying with the Ace of Cups beside it, like that could be the cup that's popping up here. But do you want to take it? Are you interested in this cup that's being handed to you at this time, that's coming out for the offer? This person seems to think all hope is lost. Is it? The person you're dealing with, I think, at least thinks that. The Hanged Man. But maybe it's just that you don't know the Moon card at the bottom of the deck. You don't know how to move on from this. You don't know how to make this easier. So you'd rather just wait. The Hanged Man, you'd rather just take your time and see. Maybe they say, I need to know right now. You can't leave me hanging like this. And you're saying, well, to tell you the truth, I don't know what I want. And the Four of Cups right now, it's that you probably are uninterested or have lost a certain motivation for this relationship. It's almost like the Hanged Man, one foot is already out the door. But the Four of Cups is saying that you may just be in some sort of a fog or waiting for some confusion to dissipate. There is a way forward if you want. It's not that you must take it. It just seems to be that you have to be honest with yourself about leaving another person hanging, leaving them kind of on the back burner if they need to move on with something in particular. Let's see how they're showing up. They're coming through so far as the Ten of Swords. And like I said, Leo, if this resonates with you, I'll leave the link to the extended in the description box below, because that is going to look at the situation in detail from the perspective of the person you're dealing with. But let's look at them in this Ten of Swords energy. They feel defeated and maybe even like a failure. And remember, Leo, just take what resonates and leave the rest. These are just going to be general messages. Especially if you're dealing with a Libra, this person is feeling pretty poorly. Taurus too, they don't know what to do with themselves and they feel like they've really messed up on some level. The Queen of Swords is coming through with this person not being able to accept the truth or even handle the truth or speak the truth. The Queen of Swords is very perceptive and forthright and direct and communicative and clear about what that is that they want, what they want. But in reverse, it's saying that this person isn't really feeling good enough to muster up the energy or deserving enough or worthy enough to fight for you, to fight for this relationship. And when I say fight, I don't mean like in the physical sense, but they're finding it hard to pick up this motivation too, just like you are maybe, Leo, to really strive after this relationship right now because they're not seeing things clearly or they're finding it hard to accept the truth about something, which in turn is feeding into your feeling of even rejection, you feeling rejected by this person, they're feeling rejected by you. So it's kind of like this circle where nobody's winning or there isn't really a win-win being found. But the Page of Rods tells me you still want to say something or have them understand something. There's like a communication that hasn't fully been fulfilled yet. Maybe there's a more lighthearted, lighthearted is what I'm sensing. It doesn't have to be such a serious conversation. Maybe there's a way you guys can talk as friends in a sense. Just remember that you're both, people that are just trying your best. The Page of Rods with the Two of Rods, that could be an opening on making some sort of an agreement or seeing the light, seeing the clarity between each other, seeing what each other kind of wants and where each other is seeing their own place in the world. It seems like progress can be made with the next communication that happens. The Death card in reverse. Let's see what you are unwilling to let go of at this time, Leo. If it's this person, this relationship, a behavior within it, a cycle, let's see if we can clear up Death reverse. I'm reading it as stagnation, inertia, and a resistance to making necessary changes and a resistance to letting go. Strength card. We are seeing your energy come through super strong in this reading, and we're back to the Star card at the bottom of the deck on the last card of the reading. It started there, we're ending it there. You may be dealing with an Aquarius, Leo Aquarius dynamic is coming through really strong right now. The Strength card, however, you're the person that's unwilling to let something go, it seems. It seems like you're holding on damn tight to this and trying to exert your dominance in the form of control. Like this figure here is pretty much like trying to shut the mouth of this lion here. Oh, well, she wants to be careful she doesn't get that hand bitten, because sometimes we can bite the one's hand that we love the most. And when we're comfortable with someone, we can reveal our shadow side more often, more easily. This is one of the perks of domestic intimacy and partnership. However, it isn't fair to take advantage of this intimacy and try and dominate the person that we're dealing with. So there may be a letting go of control to surrender to healing energy coming through. If you're still with this person, you're healing the relationship by taking accountability for your mistakes and also by allowing some healing energy come through. If you are moving away from this relationship, you're allowing the healing energy come through by letting go of control. That is not something you need to worry about anymore. But either way, letting go of control about everything this person does, where they go, what they are up to, whether or not, you're still together or you're moving on from this person. Either way, it will be important to surrender that control. Let's start shuffling again. I'm about to shuffle and deal some cards for your extended reading, Leo, looking at it from the perspective of the person that you're dealing with. Looking forward to getting into that.